Eyes. Click. Yeah. You see me. It's the ring bully Steve R. Rimson, and I'm right here to tell you right now, for all you indie marks out there that wants to get anything dealing with professional wrestling, independent wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA, Impact, anything far in between, and you want it with a wrestling mind insight, then you have no choice but to check out FTW Podcast. 7 days a week, they talk about everything and anything down in between. You can't get no better, and the great thing about it is you got two people on that podcast that's in the business today running it. So they're going to give you all the real inside scoop. They're going to give you the real money, what they're really thinking how it goes down. So yeah, check that FTW Podcast, homie. If you ain't got nothing else to do, go ahead and log in right now. You can find them on Facebook. Check it out. Get your insight. Yeah, run it.
Professional business, I'm rapping, trapping, gon' make it happen. Professional business, I'm rapping, trapping, gon' make it happen. Suit and tie with the black suit, now I'm doing the measure. Suit and tie with the black suit, now I'm doing the measure. Professional business, I'm rapping, trapping, gon' make it happen. Professional business, I'm rapping, trapping, gon' make it happen. Suit and tie with the black suit, now I'm doing the measure. Suit and tie with the black suit, now I'm doing the measure.
Yes, and fucking indeed. You know what it is. It's Wednesday night. It's after Dynamite. So you're going to have the 420 friendly wrestling and chill, smoke to you fucking choke review on AEW Dynamite with that kick-ass new intro we got. You know we keep it fresh here at FTW. We got Rich Loud. It's Rich Loud in the building.
Yeah.
Looks like he got a little special guest of his own. He can introduce in his lap.
Oh, it's my dog Rico. He up here being a spoiled
Can't
dog
hear you, brother.
right now.
I can't hear your audio.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can. Yes, sir, I can. There we go.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah. That's my dog Rico, man. He up here being a spoiled dog right now. I got my other dog over here chilling.
That boy Rico. What up, Rico? Rico FTW now. All right, so I'm already going to have to just go ahead and spark this up because you're going to have to lead most of the show tonight, bro. I'm telling you what, you're going to have to lead most of the show tonight, not because I didn't watch it tonight. I watched all the Dynamite tonight. It was a motherfucking struggle, I tell you what, for a go-home show. I'm giving this, you know how we do it on this show, 3 stars of madness. I'm giving this a half a fucking star. A half a star.
Half a star? Oh, man.
Not even a full fucking star, bro. 1/2 of a star.
I gotta hear.
It was that. horrible for me as a go home show, especially Go Dynamite. Come on, absolutely terrible. Before I get into it, bro, I'm gonna spark this up. I want to hear what your take on the show was tonight.
Shit, it's funny because see, I'm the complete opposite. My boy said he gonna give it a 0.5. I'm giving it 3 stars. I'm giving it 3 stars. Tonight was the night. I'm gonna get AEW 3 stars tonight.
Wow. Okay, this could be a good show then, because finally, I got somebody with me that's gonna be complete polar opposites on this shit. So we're gonna see how we both feel at the end of the show. We're gonna do a second rating. That way we've got opinions from both sides. We'll see if we both agree still on the previous ratings we gave at the beginning of the show. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right back into this then. It starts off with a way too fucking long Hangman and Will Ospreay in-ring promo. But, however, as long as this was probably the reason I gave it the 0.5. This was the shining moment of the entire show to me. Was the passion that both of them delivered in their promos, the points they both kind of made. Ospreay says, yeah, I need it. Hangman says, you may need it, but I need it more. I mean, my only real concern about this, obviously, besides the long-windedness of this promo, was I felt like Ospreay was kind of spoiling the ending. Maybe not meaning to, but some of the things he said, it sounded more like he was putting Hangman over and preparing us that Hangman's going to win Sunday. Just by the way he said, I've fought Mox twice and I can't beat him. I can't figure him out. But you can't. You probably can. You're the one that can. Why in the fuck would you say that, Will? If you're trying to beat him and be the one that goes and faces Mox, then shouldn't be the person that faces Mox be the person that can figure him out so y'all can save AEW from the Death Riders? It's kind of what this is all about. See what I'm saying? So, to me, that was kind of, I don't know if that was Will trying to be clever or just reading off a script that was written or spoilers or if I'm reading too much into it. That's just the take that I took first when hearing. I'm like, whoa, what? Will, why are you talking all this like you've already lost? That's the vibe I got. He's talking like he already lost the match. He put in an effort. He did his best. He even said, I'm going to do my best. I don't know. That part didn't resonate for me. I definitely feel like Hangman got the better of that exchange when it comes to their little back and forth. This went a good 20 minutes, I want to say.
Yeah, it was long. It was about 20.
If not close to 30, actually, I think they did commercial break right afterwards. So we got like a 3-minute commercial break or some shit like that right after the promo. I don't think we had any commercial breaks during the promo. You can't really do that during a promo. That was really
it went all the way through to the end.
Yeah, so that's probably why we had the long commercial break afterwards, because they had to, save so much time for the beginning. Go ahead. How do you feel about the promo? What do you think?
I like the promo. I like that they was both able to get everything off their chest to say what they was truly fighting for. I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying, like, maybe it could seem like Ospreay is setting it up to Hangman about to win, because why would he say that? But you got to finish the whole statement. He said, I need you to bring that same Hangman Page out, because then if I can beat you, then I know for a fact I can take Moxley down. That's when you feel what I'm saying. But that's why I'm like, okay, now he kind of brought himself back in the picture, because he's saying, I need you to bring that out. You've been too focused on Swerve. You done lost focus. I need you to bring that.
And I didn't hear that part.
Killer.
I didn't hear that second statement. I think I said something to Mr. FTW or something. So I'm glad you said that, because that does help. Okay, that clears that up a little bit better. Puts you back, like you said, puts him back in it. But go ahead.
Yeah. He said it right. He came back, put himself back in there, and said, "Well, if you bring that Hangman out and I beat you, then I know I can beat Mox." So I feel like, even though it did go a little longer than we used to, I still think that it built the anticipation and the hype for what we're about to see. And I don't know if you heard him, but he said that they gonna main event. So you still get that too. They gotta follow after Anarchy in the Arena, and then put on a banger for the main event. So he put all that out there too. So that's why I'm like, if I'm looking at this for what it is, the last show before the pay-per-view, that's something I would like to see.
I feel like that's a desperation attempt when it comes to Tony Khan, to be honest with you, making it the main event. Because when you got Anarchy in the Arena, that needs to either start the show or close the show. You don't need to have that before or after really other matches, to be honest with you. It's just kind of that type of match. I don't know. I'm not really that excited for the Anarchy in the Arena this time, especially now that it's not the main event. I think the reason he did that is because people weren't fully sold on this Owen Cup and wanting to see, as much as we know it's going to be a banger between Hangman and Ospreay, I don't think it was sold enough yet. Hence, the long-winded promo tonight, making them the main event, basically forcing ticket holders now that might have left or gotten up and did something during that match to now pretty much watch the match.
I don't think nobody gonna leave though. See, I still think it put pressure on them because it's like, okay, like you said, if the people not really believing in it, and now y'all are the main event for this match, that means y'all gonna have to go. Y'all gotta follow up Anarchy in the Arena. That means when y'all get in there, y'all gonna have to put everything. I just say it like this, like the old folks say, you got to go let your nuts hang. So if they gonna go out there and do that, that means they got to stay trying to steal the show. So it's still a lot of pressure just on that, what they just built up, because they got to follow Anarchy in the Arena. And to be honest, I still feel like it's a lot of anticipation because people have great expectations for AEW when it comes to in-ring matches. I think people, they want to see the follow-up. They want to see how Hangman and Will Ospreay can put on that show. And like you said, because ultimately they trying to take down Moxley. So, I mean, it just comes down to how you look at it.
Yeah. And they did what they're meant to do. They told the story. They progressed the story. They got some people emotionally invested into the story.
They got me emotionally invested.
Both of them were. See, then there we go. Then if they get one person, then they're doing their job, So that's what it's all about. Again, it was long-winded, but I still had hopes after this. I'm like, okay. And it went right into the first match after this. There wasn't any more segments. They had the commercial break, and then we get our first match, which is Swerve and the Ops. I still hate the fucking name. I'm sorry, I just do. Versus the Bucks and Mox. Okay. Here's why this match is shit. I get it. You're setting up Anarchy in the Arena. Cool. I'm sorry, Rich. I keep it real, bro. This is all right. Let me rephrase it, though. I'm gonna keep it real, but still rephrase. This is why I feel this match is shit.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking my shit.
I know. I hear you. Okay, it's because I get it. You're setting up Anarchy in the Arena. There's other ways to do it. Which still has not been even remotely discussed or hinted at storyline-wise, other than a couple of little Easter eggs here and there, why the Young Bucks are even cooperating with Mox to begin with. There hasn't been anything said, unless it's been said on Collision, and I fucking missed it. Another thing that AEW does poorly that they need to do is they need to do some kind of recaps. I don't mean match recaps, but some kind of, at least if they have a promo video that ties into a storyline we're watching on Dynamite, they should at least show us, instead of some of these long-winded promos or squash matches we're getting, throw in a 15-20 second clip of, hey, this took place, so now we progress to here. You see what I'm saying? The match itself, of course, wasn't bad. Look who you've got in the match. It's not going to be a bad match. It was too goddamn long. They did way too much. There was way too much chaos after the match. Okay. Again, you're setting up Anarchy in the Arena. And the reason why, again, I can go back and say it's too much chaos is because of what happens at the end of the show, which we'll get to again. It's just, it was too much. It was too much. It felt too clustered fucked the entire show. It just did not feel like an epic, oh man, I can't wait for Sunday, like it should. Okay. Go ahead. Other than it, Shibata coming out to help. Joe gets the mic. He tells everybody, I'm coming after the Death Riders tonight. I'm not waiting until Sunday. I'm coming after you bastards tonight. Y'all can all fuck off type stuff. Swerve did pick up the victory over one of the Bucks. I'm not quite sure if it was Matthew or Nick.
I can't remember. Honestly, he did catch him.
Yeah.
Right, but look,
go ahead, Rich. Do it. Go, please. Your turn.
So I'm paying attention to some of the words you used. So like, okay, they setting up and what is it? Anarchy in the Arena. And then the first thing you said, man, it was a lot of what? chaos. I'm just saying. They set you up. They set you up. It was supposed to be chaotic. So like I looked at it like this, and maybe it's just me looking at it from the other way. But honestly, like when I watched it, I enjoyed everything that I saw. You know, sometimes I was like, maybe it could be too much, but then you gotta let it play out. Then you see Kenny Omega come out. Then you see them pull the table out. You think they about to? Who was that? Kenny Omega came out. He was about to hit one of the brothers with the one wing angel. They prevented that. Then they turned around, was able to attack Swerve and Kenny, put them on the table, break them through the table. So you know what I'm saying? It still shows like they have to get some type of good look before they take this L. You know what I'm saying? So you know they gotta get theirs in, so it can really be another reason to make the win even better, because they just got their ass whooped on this show right here, even though they won the match. Even though and then Joe was still able to get the mic and say, "Oh yeah, this shit ain't done. We still on y'all ass before the show over with." So I looked at it like that. I'm just like you said, like it was a lot of chaos, but shit, when Anarchy in the Arena get to going, it's gonna be chaos.
That's my other problem with this. With everyone that's in Anarchy in the Arena, save for maybe one or two people, honestly, like you don't need to sell it. It's not hard to sell the match. It's not hard to sell the talent that's in the match and the scheme you got. It's not. So why put these guys in a lot of these dangerous spots that they're doing, table spots, etc., weapons, so on and so forth, days before your big pay-per-view? And I guarantee you some stupid shit's going to happen tomorrow night in Collision too. Like because yes, tomorrow night is Collision people instead of Friday. They're having it tomorrow.
Instead of Saturday.
I think Friday. Or yeah. Instead of
tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah.
Showing Collision tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Collision's coming on tomorrow. They were advertising tonight saying tomorrow.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I mean? I'm all about the chaos. I like, you know what I'm saying? As long as I see my people get
and
their
I
shine.
like chaos too. I'm motherfucking Madman Murray, okay? You know, I get it. I understand the madness and I embrace it, but there's a difference between being smart with your chaos and having calculated attacks and just a clusterfuck. And honestly, spoiler alert for motherfuckers watching this now, if they hadn't had it happen again after the fucking main event and then again backstage after that, I wouldn't have such a problem. It was too much. I mean, it was too much in the show. Here's my other complaint about it. Another spoiler alert. There was only 3 matches tonight. 3 matches, and you got all of this other shit. Way too much. When you're on a 2-hour live show, that's really only about an hour and 30, maybe an hour and 25 minutes when you take away the commercials. Let's be honest. That's about how it is. And you're only giving us 3 matches. 1 match, the very next match, which we'll get to in a second after the next block of segments that we had, that really, who gives a fuck? The match made no sense. And that's going to be Anthony Bowens and Ricochet. Again, we'll get to that in a minute. But that was one of the 3 matches we got. And then the final match we got, the main event, Mina Shirakawa versus Julia Hart, was trash. And that was the second of the 3 The best match was the one that started the tag match with Swerve in them in it. Honestly. That's my problem with tonight's show. That's why I gave it half a star. Well, now we'll go ahead and do some Back to the Future shit. Go on, hit that 88 miles an hour, and we'll go on back to that tag match. We get MJF backstage afterwards with the wearing a pimp ass gold suit, saying he got the suit. You know, he hurts people. A little banter, setting up for them about to come out to the ring after commercial break. I might add. For the official contract signing of MJF being into the Hurt Syndicate. Because remember, last week, MJF's lawyer had to take a look at it and all that stuff. And, you know, I smell some fishy business going down anytime a fucking lawyer's involved. But we'll see where it goes from there. You want to say anything about this real quick? Rich, you want to go right on to the in-ring segment with him?
Take it to the ring.
Take it to the ring. I love it. That's what I like to hear. Hurt Syndicate come out into the ring without MJF because obviously they're going to let him have his entrance. there to sign a contract. I assume from this point on, after he signs his contract, he'll come out with their music with them, all this. But for now, he comes out. Everybody signs the contract except Bobby. Bobby hesitates, looks at it. I know he's gonna rip up this contract. I know he's about to just rip it up or throw it at MJF or beat him with it or something's gonna happen. Bobby signs. So we got MJF, officially a member of the Hurt Syndicate. And then we got Old Dust bitch ass coming out there with Sammy Guevara, who I still don't understand. I called him Old Dust. I did. Look, okay, I liked me some Dustin Rhodes back in the day. I actually liked Gold Dust in WWE. I thought it was a very unique character. It worked. He made it work very well with any storyline, pretty much. But no, I'm no. Just no. I don't know why you're a double fucking champion, bro. I get it. You paid your dues. You're Dustin Rhodes. Hey, you're part of the Rhodes legacy. Cool. Your brother Cody finished the story. No. So much other talent we could have on Dynamite. Not you. I don't know why the fuck Sammy's with you. I get it. Y'all Ring of Honor been doing it for a little while now. I'm not for it.
They both from Texas.
I know. So are like 300 other motherfuckers that that don't make it special. That's all I'm saying. I get it. No, the Sons of Texas. It's a dumbass tag name. Whatever. To come out talking shit, talking about how they want a tag match. They're tag champs. They've earned their shots. Who else comes out after that? It was just them, right?
Yeah, it was just them.
Yeah. Just them coming out. Another kind of long-winded. Dustin gives a promo. He flubs a couple times. It's still about a 3-minute long for. So here we are. Another segment that goes a little too long. No real pops. Very lackluster. Even the contract signing. MJS acting like an idiot. Cool. It's funny. But where's the substance in this?
Hey,
are we?
Let me say something.
Truly. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Are we truly supposed to believe? Then you can tell me. Are we truly supposed to believe that Dustin Rhodes and Sammy have even the slightest bit of chance against the Hurt Syndicate for these titles? Go ahead.
No, but let me say this, because you said
something
about no pop. I did peep how the Hurt Syndicate got a crazy ass pop when they came out.
Yes.
But then when MJF came out, he ain't get no pop. I peeped that. He didn't get a pop. And then another thing too, I want people to see. I don't know if they pay. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it just like I saw it. Like, we see that. I'm assuming they're trying to, like, what do we see the Hurt Syndicate as? Do we see them as heels or do we see them as faces? Or what do you see them as?
Tweeners. They
what do you
try
think
to
the crowd?
put them,
what you think the crowd see them as?
Faces. The crowd loves them. The crowd loves them.
So you say they tweeners, you feel like the crowd see him as faces. I agree. So now we see that MVP trying to kind of turn him heel based on how he was talking to the crowd. So it's like now that the people love the theme song and everything, are they gonna be able to kind of get over as heels? Because you still got that Bobby Lashley keep fucking with MJF, but down the line there's about to be a MJF Bobby Lashley feud. You know it's coming. So it's like, is Bobby Lashley there to give MJF that other boost to, get him over again? Because he done pretty much battled everybody else on the roster. Yeah. And this is in my opinion, a great storyline, even outside of the Sons of Texas coming out. Because like you said, it really don't nobody believe in them. I haven't been watching Ring of Honor like that. And I know Sammy's been on punishment, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
They gonna always show love to the older wrestlers. But it's shit. It don't even matter what promotion it is. If your ass old and you done put in some work, they gonna find some way to get your ass in there and on TV, especially if you got a name. So I mean, I ain't mad about it because I like Dustin because he got the voice where he give you like that old fashioned, old school. Used to be a drunk. Used to be drinking liquor, heavy smoking, chain smoking a cigarette, like he was eating it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. Soon as he woke up, he's smoking a cigarette, hit a line of coke, knocked down about 3 baddies, hit another line of coke, smoked a cigarette, took down a jack, popped the pill. You feel me? Now that's what I get from him, even though they're gonna lose. So I'm like, I would still say for me, I like what I saw.
Okay. And that's what's important, people. There are far more people like Rich Loud out there, and I'm grateful for Rich and everyone out there that likes the product, that's enjoying it, even when I don't, because that's what keeps it around. That's what keeps it alive. That's what keeps ticket sales up. That's what keeps merch sales going, and that's what it's all about. So be damned what the fuck I think, as long as it works. That's as long as it's working, as long as it's keeping wrestling alive. I'm gonna have my opinion just like everybody does. All right. I think personally, and you made a good point, I will say maybe then, because I kind of feel like this MJF and the Hurt was just out of left field. Like, really? MJF Hurt? I just did not see that coming in any universe. I just never would have thought of it. Could this? So I'm asking you, Rich, and I'm asking anybody watching the show, if you want to put in the comments, we can answer when we get to it and see if we see it up, or next show we'll bring it up. But do you think that possibly they threw the MJF in this whole thing because they were struggling to get the Hurt Syndicate over his heels? You think that is another attempt to possibly get them? Because like you said, there wasn't real much of a pop for MJF when he came out with the Hurt Business, and a lot of people are kind of like me on the fence with this about, it doesn't make sense. They aren't necessarily against it because we like MJF, we like the Hurt Syndicate, but it just doesn't seem to fit. It doesn't kind of make sense. So could it be that's how they're trying to heel turn him, along with MJF now? I mean, along with MVP now also insulting the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it happening like that too, because like you said, it is just like how you felt. I'm pretty sure there's thousands of people who felt that exact same way. Well, like that, and it's out of left field, because I kind of felt the same way too. But then it's like an awkward relationship. It's like, okay, well, two of the people out the Hurt Syndicate, they really rocking with MJF, and then you got the one in Lashley who's really the leader, he the real muscle. You know what I'm saying? He can really just be like, bro, I don't want to fuck with none of this, and then none of this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So now you're trying to fit that odd pair where you got this super flamboyant, kind of annoying type character in MJF. Mm-hmm. Like he like a little bro character. Like when you compare him to somebody like Bobby Lashley, like you wouldn't. Bobby Lashley like the type would have had him in the headlock, like, you know what I'm saying? Like his little brother type. You get what I'm saying? You don't see MJF and then you see Lashley, and you like, man, MJF can whoop Lashley. Maybe some people see that, but like I don't see it like that. So I see like it's like an odd pair that you putting together, an odd couple.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So you can make a good dynamic out of that. There's so many ways you can work with it. You know what I'm saying? Have it to where Bobby Lashley could be kind of scaring MJF because he kind of big and swollen, and then MJF get tired of getting punked because they think he a little measly Jew boy. You know, that's how he be talking, like a little measly Jew boy or something like that. Yeah. If you could play it like that, or it could be where he just keep getting on Bobby Lashley's nerves, just being annoying and trying to be liked, or it could just be a power struggle because MJF really trying to use Lashley to help him bully his way to the top so he can sneak in and get the championship, or Lashley trying to find some way to get his MVP, trying to find a way to get Lashley with the top. Like, you know, it's a game at the end that's like they all playing chess. So it's so many ways, in my opinion, that they can go with it. It just depends on how they book it.
Okay. Either way, I like both. I like the group, Hurt Syndicate, everyone in it, and I like MJF. So I'm gonna let them do what they're doing. I still feel some type of way with him in it. I feel like after the end of the whole storyline, I'll be satisfied. I'm sure they'll have come around, but okay, now it makes sense to me. Now I can get it. Right now, I'm not really super there. I feel like they'll get me there though, so that's fine with me as long as we get there. We got an Okada backstage segment that it was hilarious because you always expect Okada to end with bitch. So he says what he says to his opponent, which was Mike Bailey, who is, I guess now they're also wrestling at All In. Like, this card is going to be like 12 fucking matches. It's going to be going on until midnight in the East Coast time. Ridiculous. Anyways, he comes back. He leaves without saying bitch. Comes back. Everyone expects him to say bitch, but instead he says.
What does he say?
Let's write it down. You wrote it. It was he repeated what he just said before he left. I should have wrote it down. Damn it. Anyways, people. The punchline would have been funny if I had killed it, but I didn't write it down, so I apologize. but he says something, and you think that he's going to end with bitch, but instead he repeats what he just said. He still killed the crowd. It's Okada being Okada. Rich is doing his due diligence, I think, looking up what his words were. But it was a good segment regardless.
I saw some of the segment. Segment was still good. I just don't remember that part. Like, no lie. That was a good backstage segment.
Just the exact words. It was a quick little, those I don't mind. Those little backstage, I'm going to whoop your ass Saturday night because I'm better than you and you know it. Boom. Done. I don't have a problem with those types of things. We get to our second match, which I alluded to. Anthony Bowens versus Ricochet. What can I say? It was okay. Wasn't a 5-star banger. Ricochet's Ricochet, so unless he's really put in some kind of circumstance where it's a special type match type, or for a championship, or it actually has some significance, like this had none, he's not going to show out, and I don't blame him. Why would he? Why would he risk himself, And even if he does, it's basic stuff we've seen him do a billion times, whether it's as Prince Puma or as Ricochet in WWE or here as Ricochet, or independent scene people that have seen that. So it's hard when you're that type of superstar, a Ricochet, a Will Ospreay, a Kenny Omega back in the day, Young Bucks back when they were younger and still sort of. And you have this really flashy style and you show it every single match. People expect you to see the moonsault. People expect you. Dominic Mysterio is actually quoted in a great interview. He says, I don't go high to the top all the time. I'll throw out my moonsault every now and then. Because if I do a moonsault every single match, then they're going to expect a moonsault. And when I do, it's just, Dom did a moonsault. But if I don't do it and I wait for the right moment, right time, and I do a moonsault, she's too Dom just did, because they forgot that I've done it, or I just don't do it very often. I feel like that's a perfect example of how wrestling needs to be more now. That's impressive. Cool. Will. A Swerve even. Swerve, Will. Fucking all y'all have got, a WWE 2K type move set. Y'all have, 150 different moves you can do. That's fantastic, bro. But I don't need to see 75 of them every single match. Like, bro, if you got 150 moves you can do, show me 20, then show me 10 more, then show me 30. Then the pay-per-view, fuck, throw 50 of them bitches in there in your Iron Man match. And then you still got another 25, 30 we ain't even seen yet that you can throw out on a rainy day. That makes you impressive as fuck in my book. Like, damn, what can't this guy do? You know what I'm saying? Instead of seeing it all at once, like, oh, wow, this guy can do everything. Instead, it's, wow, okay, this guy got some strikes. Next match. Oh, shit, this guy can springboard too a little bit. That's cool. Next match. Fuck, he can go the top rope too? You're kidding me. Next match. This motherfucker just did a poison rana from the... What? You see what I'm saying? That's 4 matches. That's a month's worth of TV. And you've blown mind every single week. That's how you make a name. That's how you stay safe. And that's how you stay fresh. That's all I'm saying. I love AEW's wrestling. Hands down, they have the best wrestling on TV. It's AEW. But sometimes, man, I really worry about this talent, these guys on these rosters, how long they're going to last. It's going to be interesting to see 50 years down the road when they do studies, compare the brands of WWE and AEW and see the longevity, average longevity for superstars. I'm sad to say it's probably going to be longer for WWE because they are safer. It's much safer. Let's see. You got anything to say about this Anthony Bowens Ricochet?
Nah, it's just just a little warm up match for Ricochet, because he facing Mark Briscoe in that stretcher match. So it's just, I guess, just to keep his face out there. Then they pushing Bowens for a singles, for he doing a singles thing. So it's to me, it's just a way just to get him out there, let the people see him. They have a good match. Like I said, they ain't got to do nothing too crazy. We ain't got to see him hit a custom 2K 450 swanton, shooting star press, moonsault, senton bump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
It was just a regular match. I mean, shit, I'd like to see my boy Ricochet do his thing. And then you never know how they get billed and stuff, because like Ricochet's not really in the feud right now And then Bowen's not really in the feud. I haven't been watching Collision, like you said, so I don't know if he had something going on there. But now that they actually had a match, and then after he has this stretcher match with Mark Briscoe, who knows if down the line they do something like we don't know. This could just be the beginning. So it just depends on how you look at it.
Right.
I look at it like this: if I was there live, would I have enjoyed what I saw? Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about Bowen's singles gimmick? The pride of wrestling, all that.
What you mean?
Well, obviously, everybody.
You said
knows
what I mean about how do I feel about his what?
His gimmick.
Oh,
his singles gimmick. Like, who he is now, outside of the Acclaimed, the pride of wrestling.
Oh my God, the pride of wrestling. Okay, so then I can say this, and now I'm. I'm not saying this
everyone knows he's openly homosexual.
I know
so
it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know he's openly homosexual. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this to bash him, but he looks openly homosexual with his outfit. That's the only thing I hate. I hate this shit. This is the only thing I hate. Everything else I'm cool with. This is killing me. It just make him look. I don't know the right word to say, but like if he came out in a better attire. Like, I like what he had when he came out with the Acclaim, how he came out with the jacket. I like that.
Yeah.
That fitted. But now that he's trying to separate from the Acclaim, it's like it's like you came up with that outfit. They didn't come up with that backstage. They wasn't backstage saying where it is. They was just like, you know what, Bowen, we're gonna let you come up with what you want to come up with, and we're gonna design. That look like something he came up with. So I ain't gonna knock him.
I think it's supposed to represent football shoulder pads. I think he played football. I think it's supposed to be that type. Did you see it has the shoulder thing? I think it's what it's supposed to be. Either that or some maybe Dragon Ball reference thing. You know, they have that. I really don't know.
The jacket, it would have been way colder, and he would have just come out like just for me. It looks feminine. Yeah, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let me just put it like that. It does. It looks feminine. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's why I say it when he had it on. Like, I'm not insulting him, but it looks feminine. It fits him, but it just
that's your opinion.
Yeah, I would have preferred him to preference wise come out like in the jacket like I used to. But outside of that, I ain't got no issue with it. I haven't seen his gimmick all the way. I just know it's the pride, but I haven't, because I know he's usually on Collision. I ain't been looking at Collision lately.
Yeah.
So, but he always did his thing. He was better than Max Caster. So, shit.
Oh yeah, hands down, he's a good wrestler. And I don't know if this. I was talking to Vibez AEW Dynamite earlier during the show. Kind of asked him the same thing. I'm like, nothing against the guy, no homophobic, nothing like that. I just don't know if it's the right time for that gimmick, if that'll actually work. Nothing against him. We know he can wrestle. He gets decent crowd pops. So it's not like the crowd's completely dead when he comes out ever. I don't know. We'll have to see how they market it. If they can package it right and market it right, get his outfit better, because I agree. Not necessarily the feminine thing, but that top does not work. It looks dumb. I don't think it works at all, personally. We'll see. I'm curious to see where they go with it, where they market it. I sad the Acclaim broke up, man. That was my favorite tag team.
Yeah, the Acclaim was the shit. That's why I'm like, damn. I don't like this. What I'm seeing. I love it.
We got both of them though. Hats off to both them. Anthony Bowens for at least they're getting to push singles. They're doing their own thing. Max Caster's trying to do the best wrestler in the world thing, where he's getting squashed by everybody. He open challenges for a certificate. It's hilarious. Okay, so it's sports entertainment. It can switch on a dime. We'll see how it goes. They're definitely testing the waters with Anthony Bowens. Maybe that's what tonight was. You don't do that on a go-home show, in my opinion. You don't test the waters with someone on a go-home show before a big pay-per-view. Okay. And we get Mark Briscoe at the end. He does come out after Ricochet, while Ricochet's, celebrating, walking backwards. Briscoe behind him with the stretcher, kind of doesn't really beat him up, but beats him up a little bit with on the stretcher. Just a teaser for those that didn't know. Hey, also another match this Sunday, a stretcher match between. I don't know why that's happening either.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
For me, that's another kind of point in this match. What's up?
I don't know either.
Probably a collision thing. I know they've ran into each other when they've done like multiple man tag matches and whatnot, because obviously Ricochet's tagged with the Elite before, things of that nature. The Elite's kind of with Death Riders, maybe, possibly. I don't know, man. They're keeping everything very vague when it comes to this whole split, what's going on here, and I don't like it. And I don't think it's good storytelling. There's a way to do it and make it good storytelling. When you drop Easter eggs, you drop hints, you reference it and have people like ignore it, but openly ignore it, so that people are like, okay, good, I'm not the only one thinking this. They're just doing like nothing. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Tony needs to do better, and he's not, and it's really, really testing my patience. It's starting to piss me off. It's getting harder and harder to watch Dynamite every week, people, I'm telling you. But I'm faithful. I love me some AEW still. I'm going to be here till the wheels fall off, ride or die. But God damn, Tony Khan's making it difficult for me right now. Well, I tell you what. Ooh-wee. Okay, so we get Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Moné contract signing. Not bad. Okay, we see contract signings. They go down. They're classic sports entertainment. This was a classic example. It wasn't a bad example. I think the ladies did their thing. It does end with Mercedes all obviously attacking Hayter, but then getting the Haterade. And Tony Storm kind of comes out and cuts them off short, the ring, because she's coming down to be on commentary for the main event, which is right after this segment. Yeah, I did say the main event after this segment, people. And please, I hope Rich Rex did a match or something in here. I just forgot to write down, because the main event is right after this little segment, which makes it 3 matches.
Hey, the segment was amazing.
5 we see often. The contract signing?
Yeah. You ain't like the contract signing?
I liked it. I didn't feel... It didn't knock my socks off, but there was some good mic work a little bit. I think Jamie Hayter probably did deliver one of her best promos that I've heard from her on the mic.
Like, you hard on Mercedes. How you feel about Mercedes?
Okay. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Love Sasha Banks, one of the best there ever was. Not a fan of Mercedes Moné. Her last couple matches I've watched, I've gotten more of that older feel, and okay, she seems like she's starting to get her shit together in the ring. And I get she's this champion, she's wrestled all over. I know she has her shit together in the ring. I just don't see the same wrestler that I saw, even though it's basically the same gimmicks, the same movesets, all of that. It just has felt differently for me until the last couple of matches. The last couple of promos that Mercedes has also cut have been better. I've been fucking with her a lot more. This is more of what I was wanting to see. I still hate the CEO. See, I hate that shit. But I'll live with it. I'll deal with it, because I love me some Sasha Banks. I just want to feel the same way about Mercedes.
I feel that. I like Mercedes Moné. I feel like right now, if she retired, like if she caught a neck injury and had to retire from the game, you have to mark her down like I ain't see too many bad Mercedes Moné matches. I don't think I ever just saw a bad one. Like you had to say like she left her imprint. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Like even when I look at the contract signing, like
hands down. Yeah.
She hit Jamie Hayter with a couple lines like, your chapter ended, my legacy go continue. Then you see, I'm into the, I love the women wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm into like they whole look, how they come into the ring. Jamie Hayter come, she looking like a 1970s turtleneck wearing, bell bottom having, ginger hair. You feel me? Like they come into the ring looking like something. Mercedes Moné got her super different color outfit, hitting the dance, looking good. You know what I'm saying? They looking like money coming to the ring, and then like a lot of people, including myself, like we may not be as privy to Jamie Hayter like everybody else, so then we get to really see. Like I seen Jamie Hayter in the ring. I know she thick. I know she can do her thing in the ring, but I never really just got to see her mic work, her personality, like you said. So then now, even though I was believing it, because I seen y'all attack each other after promos week after week, now I get to see you express it. And I feel like even with the announcers, they said the same thing. Like before Mercedes Moné attacked Jamie Hayter, they were saying like they were both really giving it to each other, like in a verbal spar, like they was both holding their own. And I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was able to still bring people into it. And I like the fact that they didn't come out in their wrestling gear and they look real good in the ring. So that's another reason why I gotta still put that motherfucker at a 5, at 3 out of 3, man.
I hear you. And I'll tell you, I have seen Jamie for a while, long before her injury, and she was out for a while with the injury. I do not like her new look. I agree. It's 1970s, 80s housewife kind of. Might as well pair her with Toni Storm at this point.
But that swag, though, she got more swag than Kenny Omega.
I get it. Yeah, that she does, but that's not hard, bro. But I got more swag than Kenny Omega.
You see what I call Kenny Omega? The next
drip.
week, he started changing his drip up. Kenny Omega don't be having no swag. I'm like, come on, bro. Her she be on point. Fuck that.
But
you know Kenny Omega don't have no swag.
Jamie can go in the ring. The way she looked before was awesome. She is former women's world champion. She used to go hang with Britt Baker all the time. I mean, it's gonna be a match. Mercedes is gonna win, obviously. Like Monet is not losing because she's going all in Texas to win championship against Toni Storm. I really feel that way.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I think she'll lose the TBS title shortly after, if not right before. That might be part of the story. She impromptu does a TBS Open Challenge, loses the TBS title, so now everyone thinks, oh, fuck, there's no way she's beating Toni now. And she still beats Toni for the women's, you know what I'm saying? I can see something like that, and I'd be fine with that. Mercedes don't need to hold. AEW's obsessed, and I get it. She's only technically holding one AEW championship right now, which is fine.
Talking about Mercedes?
There's only 2 for the women's anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she can have 17 from other promotions, but we are known AEW is also notorious for having all of their gold on one person too. So I can see them being, oh, well, she's the TBS and the women's world. Don't do the women like that. Please, Toni, don't do the women like that. Oh, let's see. We got the main event, Mina versus Julia Hart, who I was not impressed with. She looked kind of the same she did before she left, and I wasn't impressed before she left on injury with Julia Hart. I feel like she's like, I'll look at her, but that's it. And I'm sorry, Julia, if you ever see this. You're gorgeous. You know, I really think the room work isn't there yet, and it's unfortunate how they're using you because I feel like that's how. And she has gotten much better from when she first started. Same with Sky Blue. I feel the exact same way about Sky Blue, and I'm on record for saying that, so I'll say it again. It's not like I'm saying anything new for people who haven't heard me say it before. I feel like that the AEW definitely does have. They try to do more sex appeal, thinking that's going to work in this day and age. And while nice women are nice to look at, if they can't wrestle, I'm watching wrestling to watch wrestling. If I have a gorgeous woman who can also throw down, then that's a double bonus for me. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, if I got just a woman that can go down, that's what I'm watching for. Give me some women's wrestling. The women's wrestling, fantastic. We don't need eye candy. So this match to me, Mina Shirakawa is a very good wrestler. We've known that. I felt like she had to dumb herself down Julia Hart's match significantly to make it, which is Mina being professional. It's Mina doing her job, trying to make Julia look good, when I think it's just kind of hard to make Julia look good with high caliber talent right now. You put her in there with Sky Blue, you put her in there with that Zoe chick. Some of the newer talent, the young, fresher young talent, they'll have a banger. I've seen fucking Julia have some really good matches with the she was in there, but you put it in with somebody like Mina, who is world class, literally. I think tonight shows. I wasn't impressed with the match. I'm sure, Rich, you disagree with me on this one too, brother. I'm more to hear from you. Go ahead, let me have it. What'd you feel about this match?
I like the match. At first, I was just like, I didn't really get it, but it's like I have to see. For me, I have to envision it like this. First off, let me give Tony his credit because he let the woman contract sign and be the co-main event, then turned around and had women's match for the main event. You feel me? Like, hey, I see you, Tony, but like for me, I also have to, and not saying because like that you ain't never been to like no show, and I ain't saying it like that, but like I've been to so many AEW shows, so it's like I can, when I watch it on TV, I can still envision it like I'm literally sitting in the seats looking. So then, like sometimes when I'm dictating how well a show was going, I have to say, like, okay, if I was here live, considering I understand what the atmosphere of AEW is like, would I have enjoyed this? If I was at AEW tonight and I had bought a ticket to this Double or Nothing, right?
Yeah.
The pay-per-view, and I had bought my ticket for Double or Nothing, I would be happy because I would feel like everything flowed the way it did. You had an exciting match with the women. You got to see the women throw down, advance the storyline. You had great crowd reaction. So if I was there live, drunk off 2-3 shots of some of that Hennessy, I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, but it was a good ass time. The matches was good. You got great interaction from the crowd. You got to see the storylines. You got to see them two contract signings. Like, I just felt like it was an unusual AEW because, like you said, it was only 3 matches. But then, man, when you just sit back and just like, damn, what all did we get to see today? We seen 2 contract signings, a good promo from Will Ospreay and a hanger. Then we damn near saw a baby anarchy in the arena in that tag team match. That was damn near. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you get with the end of this match. I know I don't know if you're gonna get into what happens after, but I just feel like, although we do disagree on it, I got to give it 3 stars. I just saw amazement tonight to prep me. Like right now, for Double or Nothing, I'm literally excited to watch this shit because of what I seen.
Well, I was also a little confused at one point, but not the same because obviously Tony's a face, Mina's a face. And it kind of just a wrestling rule. You don't necessarily book face versus face, especially in like a big pay-per-view setting. I think with Mina attacking Toni Storm's knee after the match and kind of dirty stuff she was doing with the figure 4 kind of wrapped around the the ring post and all of that. Maybe that hints at, okay, there's Mina's vicious side we've heard about. There's that heel Mina we've heard about. So I think maybe when she comes out Sunday, we'll see some underhanded tactics. I still think Toni Storm comes out on.
And they do have prior history, all right?
In. Oh, absolutely. Ryan May and Marie had a whole thing like love type they did in Japan, storyline wise. I mean, and tag team stuff as well. And when Toni Storm's prodigy before she turned on her, her little protege right there, Mina came in and was like, wait, that's my Mariah. So they had a feud. So, yeah, there's history there. There is history there. So I do. They're going to put on a good match. We've seen it before, but it's not really again. It'll be good. They're both characters. People love them both. So we'll see that. We have the Young Bucks as they're about to leave the arena, make a cocky statement, foreshadowing. Bob said that they get us into the night. Here it is, into the show, into the night. Of course, they get hit by Joe and the rest of the ops. And then I didn't even write down a bunch of bullet points because it was complete. It was anarchy in the arena. Exactly what they picked up from where they left off earlier in the night. For the most part, everyone started pouring out of the woodwork into the ring, and it was just all over. And then Gabe Kidd comes out at the end and kind of neutralizes as Kenny Omega's little team or whatever kind of had the upper hand until Gabe Kidd come out and just like wreaked havoc, wrecked shop, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He kicked everyone's ass. For those that don't know, I really don't know, honestly, very much about Gabe Kidd, except that I recognize his name. I know he's New Japan, or maybe he's just independent, but I recognize the name. He looks impressive. We'll see. I don't know much more to know about him and why he's in the Hurt Syndicate, why he's in the Death Riders or any of that. Obviously, he probably knows Mox. There's probably history. We'll find out. I'm sure it'll be revealed over the coming weeks leading up to All In. I'm sure. Rich. Go ahead, brother. Let me get your closing statements on this show and this brawl at the end. We'll go ahead and re-give our star. I know you still gave it 3 stars. I'm pretty much really still at a half a star, maybe.
Okay, so that's really what I wanted to ask. I was gonna say, so you still at half a star after all of that?
Maybe 3/4 of a star, because you made some good points with. They did what they're trying to do by hyping up what's coming up on Sunday. They did the point. I'm still with. I felt like the matches, except for the first one, were I felt like the double Death Rider, Anarchy thing was overkill, over the top. I felt like that one match was garbage, not even needing to see it. And there's only 3 matches. It did not click for me as this is a go home show. I gotta make sure I tune in Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'll bump it a little bit. It's not even getting 1 star for me though. It'll be like
you got him up there to 1 star.
0.75. That's all it's getting. That's all.
0.75. We got it. He almost said 2. It went from 0.75
no,
1 to 1.75.
No, I didn't say 1. I said from 0.5 to 0.75. Below 1.
Okay. 0.75. My bad. I thought you said 1.
0.75. Not 1.0. 0.75. That's it. I can't go any higher. I can't quite give it a 1. It was extremely disappointing, a hard show for me to get through. I know Mr. FTW kind of agrees with me. I don't know if he'll agree with that as low as I gave it. He might give it a 1 out of 3, just being nice. It was a struggle for both of us to get through tonight, brother.
I feel that. I got to give it a 3, man. I just feel like, they pushing for the Anarchy in the arena. We got to basically see a junior version of the Anarchy in the arena twice to continue to build up the anticipation for what we're about to witness on Sunday, because I don't know about y'all, but I ain't seen a bad Anarchy in the arena match yet, ever, which is why I'm excited for it. I'm like, it don't matter who it is. Just throw that shit together. They're going to play the music while the fight going on. They're going to play some hard-ass something while they beating it, because that's how Anarchy in the arena is. It's straight chaos. So that's what I'm like, based off of what I've seen in previous years, it didn't matter who they threw in Anarchy in the arena. That match is going to be on fire regardless. They going to take it places you've never seen.
I hated that too.
You said what?
I'm glad you said that. I forgot about that, and I hated that. That's another reason I didn't like it. That had Kenny Omega's music, because he came out last, just kind of playing and kept playing and kept playing.
That's
why?
What they do in the match, though. That's the Anarchy.
I know, and I hate that part of it. I hate that part of
when the music playing, and then it just because it sounds like chaos, especially if you playing the right music. If you got the right type of rock, or like a good, real nice song, or like a retro type of song, and everybody just beating each other in the head, tails flying everywhere, and the announcer, it sounds like, when you listen to it on TV, it sounds like utter chaos. So like, that's why that's why I have to boost it. That's why I have to give the 3 stars, because I'm like, the Anarchy in the arena, they let us know about it last week. That shit was crazy. Then they hit us twice with it. It's chaos. There ain't no rules to this shit. It's just chaos. That's all I can say. And then, like I said, you get the 2 contract signings. Both were well done, in my opinion. Even though Dustin Rhodes did come out. I just feel like it was an easy watch. Everything flowed, and that's the thing about wrestling. Everybody's opinion is just different for whatever reason. But like, it made me ready to watch Double or Nothing. Like, I'm literally excited to see this shit.
Good. Okay.
So I'm like,
like I said earlier, that's like I said. I love these types of discussions when I have someone with me that we don't have to agree on everything, because I get to see the other perspectives, other sides of, I think it's trash. How can you think it's good? And then you're like, I can see why you think that. I still don't really particularly care for it, but I understand where you're coming from. Okay, so that's why I love it, and that's why I love wrestling. Everyone can have their opinion. You've got to decide. As long as you're talking about it, they're doing their job. Whether you love it or hate it, if you're talking about it, if you're investing your time in it, if you're spending your money on it, we're doing it. Good job. FTW, the building. What you got him on to say before we head out? I guess nothing. He's probably came on to say, shut the fuck up and let's get this over with. He's tired. Well, I want to thank everyone that's joined us from any platform you might be watching, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. I believe we're on all those. StreamYard, where our primary location is. I want to thank everyone for staying with us and continuously watching all the time. My boy Rich Laud in the building. You want to say anything? Let the people know before we go, homie. What you got going?
Hey, man. Before we get off this hill live, let y'all know that, man, I got a song dropping next week featuring an artist known as Lil Quill. I don't know if y'all into the hip hop or whatever. He used to be signed to Gucci Mane. If y'all know Pooh Shiesty, he was signed to Gucci Mane like a year or two before Pooh Shiesty. Based out of Atlanta, Lil Quill used to be signed to Gucci Mane, independent. I'm dropping my song with him next Friday, so y'all can follow me on Instagram _Rich Law to keep up with that. It'll be across all platforms. Please show your boy some love, man.
Rich, that's how you know you found the right person too. You'll hear that in the background. I heard a little clip from the song. Yeah. It's a banger, of course. Why wouldn't it be? It's associated with FTW as far as Rich is, and not the song, Rich Law. Yeah. So, you know, of course, we're bringing the best content. We make sure we get the best talent. I still say there needs to be an FTW collab since, you know, Boss Man, which if you heard that bomb-ass intro music at the beginning with our new intro video, that's your boy, Mr. FTW, Luther Zay Diamond, a.k.a. Zay the Slime for his rap name. Go check him out. He's got some great bangers out there. That's one of his songs. I think he needs to collab with Rich Law. If you watch our Tuesday shows, you know Rolling Ray has been putting out some heat as well recently, releasing some good bangers out there. Get him on a track. And I guess I'll go ahead and shout her out. I heard Kayla Kayfabe on the Monday nights also does some mic spitting herself. So I feel like, and everyone watching should go ahead and, you know, hashtag let's make it happen. FTW collab needs to happen. Hashtag FTW collaboration rap. Make it happen. But for that, I'm gonna let everybody know it's your boy Madman Murray. I'm wrestling this weekend with your boy Mr. FTW. So don't know if we'll be able to bring you the pay-per-view or not, but we will do our best. With that being said, everyone stay mad, and until next time, Diamond Land out.